Okay, I kind of interrupted the song there. I always do that though. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Um, my name is Xynthia. Sorry, I'm checking something on my phone at the same time. I probably shouldn't do that. Um, so if you are new here, this is part 2 of me playing through the Honkai Star Rail 3.4 story quest. So you might want to check out part 1 before you're here, unless you've already played the entire quest and you're just here for vibes. You know, here to watch me suffer through the quest. I'm sure it's going to be kind of a tragic one. So, with all that said, I will swap over to the game. It'll take a couple seconds, but it should appear. There we go. And just, I have a lot of stuff to check up on. I'll probably do what I did last time and just do a little bit of, farming and whatnot before I jump right in. But where we left off, as just kind of a little bit of a summary. Man, I'm so bad at doing two things at once. I even went over a summary in my head before I started because I was like, oh, I'm so bad at doing these. And then, lo and behold, I forget everything I was going to say. So, we started the era Nova with Finan, we being the Trailblazer. And, what did I get an achievement for? In a battle against Sublime Radiant Avatar of the Sky, interrupt the enemy's thunderclap quake of mountain seas by seizing all thunderclouds. Oh, okay. Right, because I was fighting that boss for Finan. But, before we did that, Screwlum told Don Hung and the Trailblazer that he suspects Lygus is behind a lot of what's going on, and that there is a Lord Ravager about to, I don't know, be born, be created, come to power in Amphorius, which isn't good, of course. So now we know, like the destruction is part of this world. And so we started that Era Nova, and Trailblazer took a new role as, like, the childhood friend of Finan, who's, like, been by his side the whole time. And, because when we started the Era Nova, it kind of restarted the time loop that we kind of know is going on now. And that's the role that we took up. So when we started the Era Nova, it started us when Finan was, like, a young lad, like, maybe young adult, maybe he was still, like, a youth. And he was, like, playing with Cyrene. And then, and Cyrene, you know, was his childhood friend that we know is dead. Blah, 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 blah. We learn about the Membrance Maze, where there are these fairies called Mems, which is, you know, where Mem got her name. Interestingly enough, Cyrene and Mem have the same voice actor, I'm pretty sure, even if there hasn't been much of a confirmation for that. They sound very similar. We also saw a scene where Cyrene was encouraging March not to walk through this door, which would lead her to Amphorius, but March was like, if my friends are at Amphorius, I'm going to, you know. Magic of friendship, or, like, power of friendship line, but very in character for March, so she went through that door. And then... So then we went along with Finan and Cyrene. We go to Akama after the disaster in Aedes Alycii, and that's where in the story that we remember Cyrene died. However, when we fast forward to when they're in Akama, Cyrene is still alive, which was very interesting, and she's now supposed to be taking over the role of the crisis heir for Orynyx. And we left off when she was, like, just about to do that trial for Orynyx. And I have another text from Fushuen. Do you know of the Looking Bronze and Exalting Sanctum division shop run by Royuit? Sorry, I can't say that. I don't know how to say that. Royuit? Sure. I heard from other diviners that the shop is quite popular amongst Outworlders. Have you been to it? What do you think? I don't even remember. I think I have talked to her, but I don't even remember. I'll just say, I've been there. It's not that reliable. Her skills grow rusty. So she will get some business. That's the least I can do for her as her former boss. Can I ask why? It's because... Haha, it was I who personally drove her out of the Divination Commission, the hexagram of the Matrix Persians. That would be driven out of the Divination Commission by my own hands. I fear that implied she might be in mortal danger if she stayed in the commission. Of course, I never told her this. I just told her that I'd divined this outcome between us. This is too ridiculous. What if the Matrix of Prescience wants you to quit? Or Prescience. They say that. Prescience? Okay. Well, sure. Why not? And I think I have another daily login, of course. I haven't even started the Origami Bird Clash event. I should do that, but I'll do it on my own. I don't need to do it with other people. I don't need people to watch me do it. Okay, I have 228. So not enough to do a full thing of farming, but that's okay. I think I fight this, yeah, with this team? The elements are all kind of all over the place for me here, so... But I think I use Casterus.
You refuse the token. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
Hey. Although, to be fair, I don't really get to pull out the dragon sometimes.
Receive divinity.
Thank you for your generosity.
Serenity stands clear before me. Mortal form. I will walk with you.
Yeah, sometimes I defeat this boss before Pollux really has a chance to do anything. Or the Nether Dragon. I don't really know.
Wilt here.
Abyss flower, bloom.
I can't thank you enough.
That which is seized must be repaid.
Turn up the heat.
We'll pull out the dragon.
New life, Pollux.
And dead. That's why I'm not sure about this one, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna test the chat real quick, like usual. Commands. I'm gonna do it again. Yep. Okay. Chatbot is working. I realize I don't have the chat overlay here like I do. Okay, I need to go, and I heal first, and then I go back. I should get that chat overlay, though. Maybe I could probably do that real quick. Just a sec. I could get it to work. I just need to add the correct source. I think it's this. Oh, no, it's not this. Haha. It's not that one. That one works. Or maybe it is that one. Wait, I think I deleted the other sources, so... Yes. Oh, it is that one. Okay. Yeah. Yippee! Okay. Awesome. Now we have a chat overlay. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna do another round of that boss, because I need a... Well, if I get Finan. I want Finan, so I'm gonna keep grinding. I did another 10 pull yesterday, but I did not get him yet. I think I counted, and I need 48 more pulls in order to get him. Like, that's the amount I need.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
I grant you this, as you wish.
So usually this is the way I like it to go, so then I don't have to use Launch's skill points, and I can just use his ultimate
Eternal
here.
sleep is not the end. The dead will return. That which is seized must be repaid.
Bid you farewell.
Please, wait here.
Better to turn up the heat.
I think I'll still do this, and then do this.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
I don't know, Pollux gets to do, like, nothing. And this, I'm just gonna call it Pollux. I know it has, like, a different name, technically, but it's also Pollux, so I can call it Pollux if I want. We'll do a round of this. Around 6 of these. This one. Which, this team is kind of funny because I think because Ron May has that passive that boosts speed, she's actually Blade's actually faster than her when she should be faster. I don't really care that much about
I will
her.
dispatch you by my sword.
I'm like, it doesn't make that much of a difference to me.
Approaches.
Like, yes, I would like her to have the buff up before he goes,
All
but...
things are as one.
But, we'll be
You
fine.
chose the wrong enemy.
Look at that break damage. And then we will do Sunday's ultimate on Blade.
Mortal form.
It is kind of nice to have a
Watch over you.
turn advancing character that doesn't boost attack like Bronya. Like, Bronya is still nice for my characters who do boost it. My characters who want attack.
Unnecessary.
He's gonna...
Send you.
Yeah, exactly. His damage does feel better, but yeah. I could also just have better supports for him now, too.
Major.
So,
Pay attention.
I will overcome the thorns.
it's really not necessary, but might as well use it.
A blade's edge knows make good. The loss. A blade knows no mercy. The fight is set.
Oh no, that won't work. That's okay.
Failed to send you.
148,000, let's go.
I will bet paradise may be unreachable for me.
He interrupted
Savor
himself.
It in my place.
Sorry, Blade. Thinking a good time to use that. How did you not die? Bruh, get out of here. His crit rate is better too. I think that's partially Sunday's doing though, because Sunday has that crit rate boosting effect on his.
There's more to life than you'll do.
What turn is this? 5 out of 6. Okay. Not worth using her ultimate in my opinion.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Unnecessary.
I don't know why I do that, because I can look in the
That
top
which
left
is
for the
seized
turn order. I always
must be
pause to look
repaid.
at it.
I've heard the call, loud and clear. Serenity stands clear before me.
A blade's edge knows no
He just needs to go one more
I will
time.
dispatch you by my sword.
Oh, well, he's gonna do this.
Approach.
And then he's gonna use this.
Send you.
And then we're done. Yeah, I'll say his damage does feel a lot better. I don't feel like I'm having to really... I feel like domains used to take a lot longer. And then I think to finish this off, we'll do 2... I don't think I can... Oh, I could do 2 rounds, I think, of artifact. Not artifact, relic farming. Yeah, if I had 120, I could do 3, and then I would do a planar ornament round, but we'll just do 2 rounds of this. And I believe I use Casterus for this team as well. Although, this team probably wouldn't be that bad. but this team's just better. And Xiaoqiu doesn't do a, because I don't think, because Castor's ultimate doesn't deal damage, but Xiaoqiu does other things for her that make
It's
him
better to make no move.
an alright support for her.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here,
And then once I'm done with
why not have a
this
meal?
relic farming, I'll start in on part.
Please cherish the time.
Start in on the
before your
quest.
soul
I already
withers.
started it. Start doing the quest some more.
I grant you this, as you wish.
It's of no consequence.
Receive divinity.
Yeah, it's of no consequence because Luocha will just heal. Then we'll use his
Eternal
ultimate.
sleep is not the end. The dead will return.
Get that nice ultimate damage boost because
That
of
which is
Xiaoqiu.
seized must be
Not that
repaid.
that's really
Overcome the
important
thorn.
for Luocha, but hey,
Farewell,
that's okay.
this mortal thorn. I will walk with
We all use our
you, watch
ultimates.
over you, and guide you on your path.
Life is not as fragile as butterfly wings. Please, wilt here. Embrace new life, Pollux.
And I don't do multiple, I only do one at a time. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to play the character, but I don't care, it's... and that'll be fine. Okay. Speed this up, I don't care to watch them do their thing.
Better to make no move.
Dead souls, return to
I
die.
think it helps that this, oh my gosh, that this mode, this domain specifically boosts
Heard the call.
healing,
Serenity stands clear
so I don't
before me.
need 2 healers when I'm doing this domain
Please
specifically.
cherish darkness. Follows me.
And then the unnecessarily long, I'm just gonna speed it up. This is the only thing I
Protect us.
don't love about Castor's kit, is that the last part takes so long. I'm like, I just want to skip it, cause... Okay. This is the one I want for Finan. I think I already have a good hand piece for him. That's like literally the only good one I've found though, so...
Nothing major.
Wrong one. Insufficient new bud.
I'm honored
Insufficient
by your
energy.
presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
Life is not as fragile. I grant you this, as you wish.
Yeah, I need someone to
You chose the wrong enemy.
reduce
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead
HP, get healed automatically.
That which is seized must
Ah,
be
the invisible
repaid.
thing is
I will
considered
overcome the thorns.
considered a buff.
Thorns down, bid you farewell.
Somehow didn't really know that.
This
Didn't
mortal
think
thorn.
about how that was a thing.
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Please cherish the time. Please, wilt here. Embrace new life, Pollux.
How about letting the enemy strike?
Then this guy will just die to ashen roast burn. So that's nice.
Let the enemy strike, turn up the heat.
Then Castress will do her thing. A lot of people will die. Cause like, see, this is, I know some people will be like, 300,000 isn't really that much damage considering that you can hit like 1 million easily with the newer characters. But like, this is my like F2P Castress. I didn't get her like best supports and healers. And I don't have like a very good light cone on her either. But hey, she's doing fine. She clears content easily. And that's kind of all I care about. Like, I'm not struggling to clear content with her. She's strong enough. Oh, that's not. I don't want this one. Defense boots. Yeah, I'm sure he loves defense boots. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Let's claim that. And then I should have... Okay. Then I will just teleport now to Amphorius. I think I have to go into the... Like, I have to go back into the, the Vortex of Genesis and go back into the Era Nova.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers.
Where?
Can we stay here for a while?
Where are the flowers, casters? No, we have to go become emotionally destroyed by the plot. Let's go. Continue the immersive theater. Oh, and now I'm in my Blade team again. Yippee! Don't worry, I'm sure this team will be wonderful for whatever trials we encounter. I mean, I haven't had to do pretty much any fighting yet, so that's fine with me. Cyrene?
Future revealed by the Titan.
Just what will we see?
Bruh, I don't know. Enter the end of Destiny. I wonder what happens in this version.
The Vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot. Full of sound
Who's the idiot, huh?
and fury signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years, uncounted.
Not really. It's just kind of been a theater as far as I'm
Have the
concerned.
right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending.
But this isn't the version.
If you would.
Ooh, the frost.
My journey to the Era Nova.
When the Aranova comes,
Okay. Because that, yeah, the frost stuff is usually a symbol of remembrance. Let's go, Bubbles.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
That's another thing, is I feel like Cyrene, she's kind of aware that we're out of place in the story. I feel like, because based on the fact that she was trying to direct March away from Amphorius, she has a bigger part to play here. Haven't I seen this scene before?
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
Yes, that'll see.
33,550,335 times.
I don't remember that being part of the saying, but I do know that number is significant. What is it? It's like the 5th perfect number, is what I heard.
Each is a drop from the river of time.
Something from my chair fell off just a bit ago, but
He would take.
It's not like it's a load-bearing... I don't know what it would be called. It's not an important piece. It's pretty much just a plastic cap on a screw to keep me from, like... Probably to keep the screw from falling off or whatever, but... I knew it. I think we all knew this was just some sort of simulation cycle.
Sharp as ever, I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character.
I guess they're giving me a choice to, like, skip everything, but I think I'm gonna read it all, because I think it's fun and important, probably.
And the cycles of Unforius.
Watch memory fragments.
Take your time. Look around as much as you wish.
Eternal Recurrence 134. I think is what it said.
Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here, so in the end you succeeded, Executioner.
Huh? He wasn't talking to me though, right? Eternal Recurrence 10,348,765.
Castles, didn't you?
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the river of souls, brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Era Nova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please.
I know Castros was an executioner, but I don't know if that's what
To the very last.
who he saw at the end
I hear
of
them.
the first one.
The dead hail you. They're prepared. Go on, Deliverer. We'll keep that executioner in our shadows. The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
Eternal Recurrence 7,753,021. Kind of hard to read without commas. That's why I like commas in my numbers.
There's water everywhere. This place is always all wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt smell. And that sizzling noise. Yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
So you feel it too, huh?
Go on then. I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
Let me fight with you. Better odds with two.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said? You know what really matters.
Yeah.
It seems like every time there's a different person by his side, except for the first one we saw, he was alone. But
Wow, someone's not shy.
every time someone else is here and they're fighting with him to keep the executioner at bay, which is
I'll distract
maybe
that
me.
executioner.
You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth. Let
Prophecy.
me become the first wind of your new world.
So she's saying the prophecy is the biggest lie. 2,691, I think is what that said. This time it's mighty.
Just shut up and get out of here!
Are you crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even if you're the demigod of strife.
Oh, I'm still no match for them.
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Aranova with me. Together. Let's prove
That we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out? Scared of a stupid prophecy? I'll transcend the prophesized fate.
They're always arguing with each other, bickering.
But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one last grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart. Go. Leave this to me. If the black tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade. And when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west wind.
Oh, I've cut him off. I am so sorry. West wind ends. I just sometimes I just accidentally press the button. Like, my thumb rests on it too hard. Oh, I didn't read the number for that one. I'm kind of done reading numbers. I think it was like 86,000 something. Aw. Doot, doot, doot.
Are you scared? As brave as Heinz. Stay close, little Ika.
Isn't Ika not spelled like that? Why is there a K that time?
What? No, not you two. I see. I won't squander your kindness. Your hopes. So please.
So either that was a typo,
keep
or
this bit of
Finan
sky
thinks
standing.
little Ika is spelled with a K.
Well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the Aranova. Come, Executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike.
Who is the executioner, though? Yeah, so this was... Oh, this was like 823,156. Okay. This one is... No, we're... I'm not reading. Okay, 33,550,334. We're getting close to that repetition, you know. There's a Galaya. This time she doesn't die very soon. She's there at the end.
So even
Such will be the
future
fate. Sorry, I thought she was
by the
done.
Titans may not come to pass.
The Aranova. This unrivaled masterpiece.
Makes you wonder if the
I have no
Aranova is worth it.
regrets, now that I'm entrusted to my most trusted apprentice.
Are you saying?
Fate is ever unassailable. The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into a net to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say.
So in this
You
version,
are
she
here.
is there at the end and sacrifices herself so
personally
Finan can
dispatch
witness
that
the
wretched
Aranova.
executioner, not with threads of gold, but with the steel tip of a needle.
Why? Who? Who is the executioner? Maybe. Okay. This one is 24,581,189.
Treaty, look. We made it to the vortex. That prophesied future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Terra Nova. We're so close now. You can't speak anymore. Please. Allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise. Let me answer your cruel fate by tearing that executioner's heart from the void.
I'm so confused and sad. And this is 67,023.
The vortex.
MX,
The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame of reason.
so his body didn't get like ripped apart this
I
time.
didn't observe it in too much detail back then, but a holy sanctuary of the Titans. Looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
Well, all the core flames do lie here now. It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor.
Oh, getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now?
He did
is but a
die in this
thought your
version as
mind.
well.
Of course. How could I forget that?
But I'll say the same to you. It's my honor to walk this final stretch with you, too. Now go. Stand tall and finish your final task.
And then he's gonna talk to about the
Just
executioner,
leave it to me.
who is maybe me?
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe.
Don't say it in unison. That's kind of cringe. No. All right, Lygus, what do you gotta say?
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give you a warning most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible.
Show me the final memory. I'm prepared,
Very well.
maybe.
As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze,
Remembrance or destruction?
you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
What is this last memory going to show me?
Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand. And the last one this world shall undergo.
That's the one that
Behold,
we
at
just
the
did.
swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade.
Comrade, where are we from?
That
Snezhnaya?
nameless hero, absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the Nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius.
Kind of makes sense since we're the time crisis era now, but
And this time, under her guidance, what choice
Wait.
shall the hero
so the
make?
executioner must be
Whither
Lygus?
shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many
It's like, I feel like
mysteries
if they just ended the quest there, I would have been like,
but
okay.
I may allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far
What?
more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping
Oh,
into
the Flame
vortex.
Reaver. Duh.
They who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The Flame
So the Flame Reaver has been the execution. That makes sense. Why was I stupid and didn't realize that? So do I have to fight? Or like, what's... That's brutal.
So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner. With my flesh as kindling.
Oh, wait.
first dawn.
I seen Cyrene carry that weapon. I've seen Cyrene carry that, like, staff. Oh, why am I this team now?
Again. Start everything.
He has, like... Okay. Defeating...
You refused the toast.
I don't think...
Still want the wine?
If I remember correctly, he can't take... I feel like I've done this battle before in Divergent Universe or something. I don't know if he can take damage when these clones are active.
I'm honored by
We'll
your
see.
presence. Since you're already here,
This team is good for this battle, though.
why not have a meal?
Since he's weak to... Oh, I guess maybe he does take damage. He's weak to, Quantum.
Wilt here.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
Serenity stands clear before me.
I just gotta hope that I have enough healing to keep up with all this.
I will walk with you. Watch over you.
Because sometimes for the big boss battles, having 2 healers is really nice.
I grant you this. You wish.
Receive divinity.
I can't thank you enough.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
I'm doing alright. Okay, yeah, we got one.
Nothing major.
Abyss flower, bloom. That which is seized must be repaid.
I guess I'll just do this. I'm not sure how useful this is when she's like literally right behind the queue, but...
Follows me.
Ooh, okay. Not too bad. And this will probably help, of course. You know, I'm just doing a little bit of damage. In my opinion, if you're hitting over 100k, that's still really good. Like, 100k damage is still, like, pretty strong. Oh yeah, that was...
How about letting the enemy strike?
That's not, like, this is, like, not hard at all. Sorry. Rude.
Tall, loud and
What do you
serenity
mean I
stands
haven't
clear
lost
before
nearly
me.
enough?
Life is not. I grant you this. As you wish.
Let the enemy turn up the heat. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here,
Take damage, bro.
why not have a meal?
Jojo! My goat.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Better to make no move.
Well,
Wilt here.
Do it
Embrace
like that.
new life, Pollux.
What you seek is shall receive. Torment without, I bid you farewell.
Let's go.
Mortal form. I will walk.
I mean, this isn't like a multi-round boss fight, so I've got that going for me. It's just the one round for now.
Turn to dust.
Receive divinity.
This ends now. With your corpse. I'll ignite the dawn!
Oh, is he gonna... Oh, I was like, is he gonna revive? That'd be crazy. Oh, what's this?
How is this possible?
Don't kiss me. Gross. What is this guy? Who are you? He has like Finan's blade and Cyrene's staff.
Your fury.
Hey.
Receive divinity.
Thank you for your generosity. I'm honored by your presence.
I don't know.
Since you're
Okay, so now he has 2 weakness break bars.
Why not have a meal?
That's cool.
I grant you this as you wish. Embrace new life, Pollux.
Allow me to see.
Is he saying, what is he saying about agony? Like, chill. It's not that deep.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return.
Like, dude, you're just trying to, like, kill all of us. That's not...
That which is seized
not that deep.
must be repaid.
I like saying that. It's like, chill, bro. It's not that deep, even though, like,
Please
this is, like, the end of the world.
follows me.
Oh, well. We have a... hyper beam. It's hard when he's, he has 2 weakness break bars. Oh, that actually did a lot of damage. He's like, he has the moon and the sun. I'm kind of scared. The Chrysos Heirs better come and help me.
Please, wilt here.
This would probably be slightly better if I had,
Bid you farewell.
just maybe like Payla? I don't like Payla. Okay, I like, she's a good character, but I feel like
And guide you on your path.
she might be a little bit more useful here. I just need someone to help
Most fragile is
weakness
life.
break here.
As you wish.
My back.
Blue, here, my back.
Turn up the heat.
Oh. I think I did alright.
Please cheerfully.
This one.
Wilt here. Embrace new life, Pollux.
I didn't destroy very many. Or, oh, like, the Herda would be really good in this fight. Because you're kind of relying on a bunch of AoE.
I'm honored by your presence, since you're already here.
We'll keep
Why not have a
Shui,
meeting?
not bad. But
Suffering is eternal.
just don't focus anyone in particular. Okay, we're fine.
Allow me to see you off. Abyss flower, bloom.
I shall remember this one.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead
More
will
healing.
return.
More healing. I'm surprised I've lasted this long with just, like, one healer.
Receive
Why are you doing it now?
divinity.
Oh, whatever, bro. It's
That
fine.
which is seized must be repaid.
Only one source of healing in this kind of team.
Turn up the heat. I will overcome the thorns.
Overcome the thorns.
Life is not darkness.
Follows me.
Okay, we destroyed quite a few this time. And we'll get quite a bit probably from this round. Conveniently timed. Third round of Call Express. I don't know what to call it.
Us.
What is it called? I don't know. Oh yes, that was good. That was good. It definitely interrupted whatever he was gonna do.
I underestimated you.
Like, Bro only has one trick.
Pity. You chose.
Please share the grid through this. As you wish.
Serenity stands clear before me. This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Life is not as place. Wilt here.
All will one day die. Return to the great tree.
It's about
It's
to.
better to make no move. Turn up the heat.
You don't know anything, bro.
I'm honored by your presence, since you're already here. Why
You
not
won't
have
get
a
to
meeting?
finish your thing. I'm gonna kill you before then.
Please share the grid through this. As you wish.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
But what if I just use Castorus? He kind of does look like Finan, but like,
Such is the will of fate.
because I know some people were theorizing the Flame Reaver is Finan, but he also kind of doesn't. So I don't know. But he has the same sword. Now the hair's pretty similar though.
Let wrath incinerate fate.
Chaos. Wait, that looks like Device Ein? Oh. Huh. That for that brief second it looked like Device 9, which I think is the Eon of Erudition. I think that's its name.
Last, and Furious's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play.
Yes, I do remember
The
this.
celestial body neuron, once belonging to the Erudition, abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Emphorius, is nothing more than the Scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Oh, so it's like it's supposed to be kind of a revenge plot against the Erudition? Since the Erudition, final Air Nova before their eternal recurrence begins.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Emphorius's wishes be so cruel?
Ooh, this is I had the screenshot earlier, but I think I didn't actually take a screenshot of it. It'd be a good one for another part.
We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Oh, it kind of does look like the Erudition, right? And, like, but the sky is all glitched out.
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the Black Tide all along. Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator.
Yeah,
At its god.
that's kind of what Legus was saying.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Oryx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Whoa.
Perhaps
From countless different worlds.
it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world.
Following the
prophecy,
program.
stepping onto the
Same
same
extrapolation.
journey over and over.
Wow.
What then is this so-called Era Nova?
They become self-aware.
And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed.
What do you mean?
Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
What happens when it has achieved its results? Like, what then?
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented
The model of
heights.
reason.
But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Cavalry's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
No, I'm pretty sure you take the core flame in every single other loop, my guy. I don't think that's how it works.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You have seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it.
And is it because they want the Black Tide to destroy the erudition at the end? Because they're talking about this is like anger toward the Eon?
This is the end point of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So they can destroy the erudition? Out of spite and revenge?
So
That's what it
in your
sounds like.
eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers.
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're...
But they are
more like
real
fuel
people?
for the
That's kind of what
fire.
I'm confused about. Are they real people,
Without
or are they just
fire, there can
AI?
be no sunrise
I don't know, like
tomorrow.
are they all simulated as well?
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation.
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child.
They probably don't even know what he's talking about. They're like, what do you mean path of erudition?
The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself.
I didn't even think about that.
And
That the Chrysos heirs are all just like
heirs were, from the very
our
beginning,
descendants,
fuel
quote unquote, of
for the
destruction.
Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment.
Like they're either descendants of destruction or they're all emanators of destruction.
Lonely extrapolations. The destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496.
Huh?
Philia 093.
Nikos. So philia means love. Nikos, that's like victory, right? Let me just use this to my... Let me just pull out my Google Translate app real quick, you know? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna change this to Greek. Swap. And say... Nikos? Okay, it didn't want to translate that. Nikos. I know philia means love. Nikos, it sounds like it's like Nike. So I'm gonna go with that.
No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the...
Ah, yes. If Nikos is spelled without the E, then it's victory. So I was right. I was correct.
Factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Eon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run.
So maybe they will become real people if they accept this fate.
Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
So is Lord Ravager Iron Tomb Lygus? Or is it someone else who's about to be
Or
like born?
we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right?
We can always go for remembrance instead of destruction.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Eons.
I think so. I mean,
It's
how did
strange when you think about it.
Trailblazer get the Path
You
of
just
Remembrance
stay
while in
back,
Amphorius if
watching
their
us
gaze wasn't
complete the
already
ritual
directed
and
there?
get consumed by the black tide? Your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Big talk for a guy who walks the path of destruction. Like, did we forget his banner? Like, he's a destruction? What the freak? Oh. That was like a... That was like an angry laugh.
Demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars. What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Alright, Cyrene, get him. Oh! Fine, and you just committed murder! Nah. Legus, we're
going
out
to
of here.
weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this. Right?
Do you want it to keep on doing
So,
that?
I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
The god behind Orynyx, who I'm thinking
I can
is
say with
Remembrance.
certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
But...
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so...
She's gonna
Come
sacrifice
on.
herself?
Cheer up a bit, okay?
Is that how we really took over as
In that
time?
memory, you will definitely meet me again. The little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her.
Is that how she turns
about
into
the
Mem?
flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm.
But I'm like, so then the question is she been doing this every single loop? Like, what's different here?
Then I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
I'm wondering if that's how she becomes Mem. Like, she does that and she becomes like reborn as Mem, and that's how.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn.
That's how Trailblazer becomes the Time Titan, Crisis Heir. Blah, blah, blah.
Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Aranova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter.
So he is the Flame Reaver.
As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end.
But I'm like, this is literally just set up for another loop, right? Like...
Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past.
The short female, like the short female model compared to the tall male model is absurd. Alright, height difference. Aww.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
Okay, well now it's making me sad.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
But yes, I think this is supposed to be what happened before we hopped into the loop. Like, and this is why Cyrene is just dead. When we came to Amphorius.
We can never break free from this prison. I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle.
Me! It's me, that's what I'm gonna do.
Chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos. Just as your name suggests. And bear this world we hold so dear.
Cause Lygus said something about chaos. Always said like chaos, which is like chaos. Is that what Finan is also supposed to be? Or
so long, Kaslana.
Kevin Kaslina.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction synthesis is formed.
Oh, so this now we're back into the present, sort of. He destroyed his other self.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this immortal eternal and follows in our footprint to write anything all that ever was.
Zero. Wow. The sequence is really cool. Sorry, could that cutscene have lasted a little longer? Oh, it's still going.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Or was I there the whole time? Oh, here he goes. Ooh, banger. One. So are we starting the light loop over again, or what's going on? Why is he like this? I mean, it's cool, but what's going on?
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying.
Bro, isn't that just your last name because your name is Kevin?
We too must part ways here. Friend.
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger.
Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look.
You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae.
I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again.
You can.
I mean, this is
stay
definitely
here
also
forever,
fine in talking.
and time will stand still for you.
Let it flow. It's time for me to go.
Where?
Even if it's a path with no turning back.
Where are you going?
When have we ever had the luxury of turning back?
Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction?
The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero.
An NPC model.
Then why do we part here?
The hero within.
You can take me
He wants
with
to be
you,
an NPC?
and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before.
No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time.
Why?
Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate, and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like a ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo.
I remember him saying that art.
Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos.
Then go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods.
In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Oh. Eternal recurrences until the end of the world. That many. It's that 33 million number. I can't read that fast.
Time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed, just as Professor Anaxa once said. In that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar.
The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century.
That
And the
is...
threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger.
Oh, what's her name?
More relentless.
Can't remember.
That
She
was
fought
the
against
era
against
of the Day
Aquila.
Thunder Knight's battle
Yeah,
with
Day
the
Thunder
sky.
Knight.
While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Cyritra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that
She's gonna
was
be
the first
playable
doomed
soon-ish.
flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
The first eternal recurrence. Oh, there's Hylicens.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Cyritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me Hycelens, nameless swordmaster.
Oh, I like the scales she has on her cheek. That's a cool touch. She's so pretty!
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one.
Oh, why does she have like bubbles? That's kind of creepy, but also kind of cool. Oh, wait.
But I won't question you further about it.
Bubbles in her
Ever
tummy.
since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Pynan?
Paimon.
Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
She's like, I know your name isn't really
I'm a little
Finan.
suspicious of what I've said.
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
When Finan is in the team, technique point limit increases and using technique defeats and I already know this. They already told me about this. He can go like this. Yeah, can I keep him now? Can I keep Finan in my team? Might as well do that while I'm here. Wow. Easy peasy, really. You know, nothing to say about that. Let's go.
Oh. Nice moves.
Thank you, I've been working on them. I don't have to worry about fighting these guys anymore. I can just go. Whoa! Easy peasy.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The Black Tide is really no joke.
For real, for real. Dangerous stuff. I still am kind of confused about what's going on, but you know. I always think that's a good thing because it proves that they can fool me in their storytelling. And I can go, huh? I mean, if I get to the end of the story and I'm like, I'm still confused, maybe that's not great, but...
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Cyritra herself.
Cyritra. I've been saying Cyritra, but... Or like Cyritra, but...
Formalities I need to observe.
Cyritra.
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note,
So she was like the
only
first
trusted
Crisis
ones may
heir
come
to begin this
nearer.
journey?
Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
Okay, sounds good. I see, because it takes 2 technique points to use his technique. That's why he has more. Oh, there's Aglaia and Tribby, I think. Sometimes it's a
Duck's
different
gold
one of the
weaver.
trees.
Little hostage. Apologies
Little
for keeping
hostage.
you waiting.
It's you.
So is this the Finon that from the present? I'm still gonna call him Finon, even if he's like, my name's Castellana.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Has he gone like back in time?
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Ceridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals.
So she said the Deliverer. I mean, like exactly what she just said. Like it's not his time yet.
Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoseirs hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Then Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Please don't make me. Okay. I was like, please don't make me have to choose the right answer because, like, I don't know if I could do that. Speak of Tribby's prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Tribby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaia, Tribby. The Finon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear
Yeah, so he's
before
gone
you.
back in time.
But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Ceridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's
what it
alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove
quote
that my
unquote.
power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war.
Under like this image,
At
who is
the
he
end,
talking to?
The Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the earth.
Oh, Terravox. That's a, like, dragon thing, right? That we can get the buffs for in Divergent Universe. When is Terravox going to be playable? Come on.
But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed.
But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Doesn't seem to do anything. The first eternal recurrence end. Oh, and never trust anyone, not even yourself.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies.
Is he talking? Is that who he was talking to? Himself?
Why didn't you shed even a single tear?
He's like, I've seen enough. I can't cry anymore. I don't want to cry. Men don't cry. Just kidding. They do.
To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
It's like, bro probably cried enough already. He needs...
Sorrow has been my constant companion.
There we go.
In fact,
he doesn't feel anything
with 12
anymore.
core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me.
And thus a villain was born. Maybe not,
Perhaps. It's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Finan versus Finan. Who will win? Oh, Finan won. Surprise. But I'm guessing that's the Executioner.
After that,
yeah.
he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself.
Kind of.
That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb. Fall.
That story.
Climb,
I forget what it's called.
fall.
Like who the
Climb
myth is
again,
about.
and fall.
Like you push the ball up and then it would roll back down before I...
The only freedom
get to the top.
nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break.
Okay, been going for about an hour and a half.
But its
Cool,
choice
cool.
couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. it would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Bro's been going through it, that's for sure. Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regretted the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes: the first devastating failure. Oh, this is really cool and not kind of scary at all. And it's blanked out at the top. Eternal Recurrence number 2. Subject Kaslana adopted a strategy similar to the Eternal Recurrence number 1. No substantive impact on the experimental process was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana wreaked the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 3. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kaslana's strategy. Decision waiting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence 15. Subject Kaslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Number 42. Subject Kaslana's 11th attempt to break the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision waiting for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Life cycles of 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 and number 133 indicates that subject of Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence 42. Over synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. Admin notes: this will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations, no intervention required. Continue observation. 134. He just keeps going. That many recurrences until the end of the world. I'm not reading that number. How many times will they make me go through this? Oh, hey, Anaxa.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The Black Tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles.
Okay, bro's gonna
Too bad.
kill children.
Now
Yes.
only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
True.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation.
Really?
Never thought someone would step in to help.
I need... Oh.
Light up the dawn.
I feel like that's such an overreaction. Like, it's like, oh, there's some evil people. Guess I should... Like, imagine he gets angry and he just unleashes that on you. Like, oh, well, I'm dead now. He tore my body and soul apart. Dang.
Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
Yes, and it's a cool place.
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students.
Okay, well, I see the core flame. What's that all about?
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Ah, a cipher. What's she doing here?
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you.
Who's pretty boy?
White hair.
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the 7 sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
She's a cat girl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I like you. As a return favor.
Oh, Bartolos.
Core flame right here.
That was close. I'm out of here.
No, I can use my powers. Yeah, I think I already know how this works, so... I think, anyway.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the Flame Chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
He learns all the titans.
Where are you going?
Got you.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh.
So is it like when he takes the core flames, it then...
By the divine
makes it so the Chrysosers following don't come into existence. So, like, if he takes the core flame of reason, will an accident cease to exist in a different timeline?
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Right. If you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Fighting Bartolos, how fun.
We can deal with just by ourselves.
I'm fine.
For the next tomorrow!
We did it! Oh, that's very short.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames.
Then why does he do the same thing every time?
And then, driven by defiance or
she
hatred,
always comes back, and then he can have the core flames.
she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Maybe there's a chance she can just sacrifice it to him, like just give it up to him.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
All right, boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation,
It's a possibility.
But one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried. Because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
If Anaxa is talking to you about compassion, you've done something wrong.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
So does he try to, like, also kill the Chrysosauros?
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate. And hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
In other words, he killed them and took their core flames.
It wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
Isn't that what the Flame Reaver says?
Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Recurrence number 134. Subject Kaslana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal Recurrence number 5297. Subject Kaslana's 5266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. So he's kind of been the one doing it over and over again. I'm thinking as he went, he was like destroying his mind and body, and that's why he looked so... Because he has to be the Flame Reaver. I think that's why he looks so destroyed by the time we faced him later, or in the past, I don't really know. Note, subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Eternal Recurrence number 12,398. Subject Kaslana's 12,367th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. The extrapolation process regressed. Number 23,779. Subject Kaslana's 23,748th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. 46645. Attempt to breach the core layer has failed. Life cycles, Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. I think it just all says the same thing. 71,243. Yeah, the attempt to breach the core layer has failed. The life cycles of 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Extrapolation process regressed. 80,023rd. Yeah, 95,575th, and 108,641st. But they all say the same thing. Eternal Recurrence 108,642. So is he the emanator of destruction that will be born? I think we kind of learned that already, but...
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty
He's like, you say that every time, so of course I keep it in mind.
The Kronos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
Yippee. What if I don't want to do that? I can't walk backwards. He only walks forwards if I try.
Salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Or why did his voice change like that? Hey, Mighty. Oh. That's a fine one's behind me. There's fine ones everywhere. I'm reliving all 100,000 cycles. It's kind of scary, okay? Oh. Sure, why not?
Behold, the last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
He turned into the Lance of Fury.
Temper myself. I'm fine.
Conquer this world or be conquered by me.
In a fight, right?
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground. Are you sure that this is fair? I don't know if this is fair. Maybe it's fair. then I think using the enhanced one. This is a good idea. I know how this character works. A little bit. Oh gosh. So then he goes, and then after he does his turns, he'll counterattack whatever.
I will never yield to such a fate. Scorching hatred. Quench the flames.
I don't know if it'll work, because he'll probably go out of his state here soon. But we'll see. Maybe he'll just go on eternally, I don't know. Shattered Battleground. Ugh. Okay. No one said this was going to be an easy fight.
Quench the flames with blood.
Okay, thank you. That was really nice.
I'll never yield to fate. Empty
I don't, there's really not much commentary I can give other than like, woohoo, we're fighting!
Let strife decide the outcome. Curse of immortality!
You know, if you kill your buddy...
You may crown yourself.
Makes it all okay.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
Oh, bless me. Sorry.
The
Excuse me.
108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the
I still feel like
shadows
he's
of the
narrating
black
this to
tide
someone,
still
and I can't tell who.
and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Yippee! We love that. Yeah, only that many more eternal recurrences until the end of the world. How many times are we gonna go through the 430? I can't read numbers.
There are
300,
still places it
432nd.
cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding.
We're probably gonna go through him killing off each heir.
A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next.
Sound going. I don't know.
Golden blood.
I don't know. Maybe you guys didn't hear
Born
that,
from
but
the destruction.
I think it might be my earbuds.
We have long since
Because I've not been
lost
plugged
the
in all
right
the way,
to
but
seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Feinen I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
It's hard to tell if what he's doing is the right thing or not, based on the fact that all the other Chrysos heirs resist him.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Catholic cannot shape all things at will.
She's doing her death thing.
Nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone. Not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow.
And now we have to fight
the demigod.
The Hand of Shadow. We have to fight Thanatos.
Deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in my death.
Gosh. Oh, it said Feinen for a second. What? For a second there, it said like Feinen as his name instead of Kaslana.
The giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Too bad. Oh, not a DOT.
It's time to temper myself. For the next tomorrow. I'm fine.
Oh, it's just gonna automatically trigger it. I'm just wondering, I'm still wondering, like, if this is the right course of action for him to take, or if he got so focused on trying to fix everything that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, I should have used the other one. The enhance. After death, there will be no eternal sleep. I wonder if I get an achievement for countering, like, pretty much all of their attacks. Because I think I got an achievement for doing that to Mighty as well.
See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
Well,
The
too bad.
flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles.
24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
And we're going on to a new cycle. Yeah, only that many more. Like I said, I can't read that number that fast. The 4,000,001st eternal recurrence.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right?
So that's kind of like his conscience, maybe.
You're still waiting for
the part of him that wants to be the hero and save people.
To come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must.
I'm guessing that's where the Trailblazer comes in. The Trailblazer is that hope from beyond the world.
True starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
The fact that he, like, keeps track.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years.
A fleeting 10,000
before
years.
It's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bone.
That's what I said. That's why I was like, I think as he goes, he becomes more and more destroyed by probably what he's doing, the core flames in his body, and that's what he ends up looking, why he ends up looking the way he does when he is the Flame Reaver.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
He's like, no, then you'll know, even though you're me.
Every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Does his voice just sound a little different? I feel like his voice has started sounding a little different. Like, a little more demonic or whatever, I don't know.
Refuses to follow the same path.
Like, of course he's talking in a lower, like, more depressed tone. But
how can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place.
No, I think it's just the way
maybe they'd come up with something
they're
smart.
voicing him.
Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finite. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
9 million something. 23,570,000th eternal cycle.
Can do this, Lord Fine. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you. And then...
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer. Demigod, hand over the core flame.
And now I get to fight
Let's put an
Aquila.
end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Xynthia.
Oh. I thought I was not gonna get a chance to pause in between this. And look, he looks so happy. 2 hours 17. I just have a feeling if I start going more, then I will probably get stuck in a really, really long cutscene again. So it's been... Okay. Pause and save. I'm not quitting completely. That would be a mistake.
This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers.
But I think...
Can we stay here for a while longer?
I think I'm going to call it there. I'm gonna go heal my party up. There we go. Yes. Alright, so I'll call that good for now. I know it hasn't been exactly 2.5 hours, but like I said, I fear I'm gonna jump into a really long cutscene if I go any further. And I don't want to go too long, because, I don't know. I'm feeling a little tired today, so. Alright, so we got the Shattered Battleground achievement. When facing the Giver, Master of Legion's Lance of Fury, caused the fallen feeds my might. The fallen feeds my might to fail to absorb, conquer, or be conquered. Oh, I don't know if I really understood what any of that meant. When Pollux, Netherwing Husk, Fairy of Souls, uses death wishes for more death, no ally characters enter the indulging slumber state. Okay, and then what was this? Tear off the Flame Reaver's mask. Hero, shatter that woeful effigy. Okay, so that's all the achievements I got. But yeah, I will continue this story at a later time. Probably not tomorrow. Monday's probably the soonest I could do it, so we'll count on Monday where I'll continue this. But until then, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.